Hey guys, welcome to Logical Latte. This is a channel that is dedicated to giving you a jolt of logic in the political sphere. Oh, AOC, your senselessness never ceases to amaze me. She has made politics humorous again. I mean, I have to laugh because if I don't laugh, I'll realize how terrified I should be at the thought of her having any power. I mean, this is a woman who believed that the unemployment numbers were low because everyone has two jobs. I mean, think about that for a minute. The number of those with two jobs has absolutely nothing to do with the unemployment rate. I mean, she plays herself as a fool often. But before we get into that, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. Right now, it is a difficult time to create a political channel, and I know a lot of channels are being somewhat shadow banned right now. I've even noticed it in my own algorithm. We have to stick together because there is power within numbers. So, do me a favor and comment down below and tell me your favorite AOC quote. I know there are many. And also, follow me on Twitter. I am new to the platform, but I have finally made it over there to see what all the chat is about. Okay, so now let's get into it. Okay, so sometimes when I watch the news, I just have to laugh at the hypocrisy and the ridiculous lack of personality that some of those on the left have. I have always said that the left has absolutely no sense of humor. It's weird how they take things so seriously and are just totally emotional about everything. I'm just like the next political junkie. I mean, I read it all, I watch it all, I listen to it all. I realize how important politics is, but I just do not get all wrapped up in the little things that don't matter. I just have to believe that when someone gets super wrapped up in the little things, they have lost the argument on the big things and they don't know where else to turn. So they use the little stuff to distract you from the fact that their argument has been lost. That's the reason why they will throw out terms like, racist and you're a homophobe because they have nothing else to latch on to. So AOC calls out Trump on Twitter for calling her AOC and not Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio Cortez. I mean, the guy has 2 minutes to speak. Like, let's get to the point. So just give me a break. I mean, she called out Vice President Pence after the VP debate and said the same thing. She called it sexist. Seriously? Everyone calls AOC AOC. I mean, she should feel so lucky to have a moniker that most people know her by. It's actually her Twitter handle. So, I mean, she goes by it. So I guess to me, it's a little bit disingenuous for her to all of a sudden be so offended that someone call her AOC. I feel like during the VP debate, the left really wanted to play up that whole sexist line, considering it was, Vice President Pence against a woman, Kamala. And I think it's so hard to do with Pence. He is so even-tempered and has such a great reputation as a gentleman. I mean, I am very impressed that Trump picked him as a running mate. I say this often because I don't think he could have done much better. He is definitely the yin to the yang in the ticket. But we can save that for another video. But Kamala, she was just so rehearsed. The whole, I'm talking, Mr. President. I'm speaking. I'm speaking. And it just came off so cringy. I don't think it came off in real time as the way that they had probably rehearsed it. So when it came to the presidential debate, I almost feel like AOC walked right into Trump's trap. I think he specifically called out the AOC +3 and about the Green New Deal so she could make a fool of herself again. He calls her out and, the whole crazy Green New Deal and has the audacity to say that Trump is sexist by not referring to her as Congresswoman. I mean, how absolutely pathetic Isn't this the same woman who calls the president of the United States a racist any chance she can? So, in my opinion, she can't ask for respect if she does not give respect. So, it's definitely something that I've seen as being pretty common amongst liberals. It's a common thread. They seem to be obsessed with titles and making sure that people refer to them as the title that they have. We all remember when Barbara Boxer was doing Senate hearings and she asked to be referred to Senator Boxer. And I think she said something along the lines of, "Call me Senator. I believe I deserved it. I deserve it." And so it's just that attitude that's so disgusting, in my opinion. I guess if I were in the middle of a Senate hearing, the last thing that I would be caught up in is caring whether or not the witness had called me senator. Least we forget that during the sham impeachment, when Alexander Vindman told Congressman Nunes to refer to him as Lieutenant Colonel Vindman, I was really getting a few good men vibes from that whole exchange. It was just, I guess, odd. I mean, I've been around the military and military officers, so I totally get rank. I know it just seems to me that people on the left really see themselves as entitled and wanting a status. It just seems weird to me. I'm not saying these people have not earned their titles, but I just wouldn't get all wrapped up in it. I mean, wouldn't you be really freaked out if a lawyer told you to call them Esquire, when you're speaking to them? It just seems to be really putting so much emphasis on things that don't really matter, and it makes them appear petty. So my whole point is that I feel like the left just doesn't have much of a sense of humor or much of an ability to kind of laugh at themselves or not take things super serious. I just see that as a common thread amongst most people on the left. I mean, they do get very, very uptight and so emotional when it comes to their arguments or when it comes to their way of thinking. And that's why you see all of these leftists online right now that they have the Trump derangement syndrome, where they are just screaming at the top of their lungs because they don't know how to handle their emotions. I mean, it's legitimately and literally like a child who is not getting their way, so they are flailing around on the grocery store floor and screaming because they want a certain cereal. And that is completely the way I see the left act in more ways than one. So, I just have an issue with the hypocrisy as well, because I know that if a right-leaning congressperson or senator was saying that you need to speak to me in such a way and call me senator or call me congressperson, that the media would totally go crazy and basically say that this person was being pompous and elitist. And so it's the hypocrisy that annoys me on a daily basis. And that's really the point of this channel. I mean, I have friends and family who are liberal, and I just don't understand how they can't see the hypocrisy. And a lot of times when you try to express yourself and explain something in a logical manner, that's when the thing comes out. You're being racist. You're being unfair. It's just not right. It's just not nice. But it's A, if A, then B. So you have to have some logic in your way of thinking, because in an emotional state, you're never going to be able, as a country, to thrive, because your emotions are constantly swinging, especially in a society of 360 million people. So my hope is that this YouTube channel can help some of my leftist friends realize that their political ideology is based in emotion and definitely lacks logic. But that's all I have for today. So, like I said earlier, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.